Welcome back, this is part 11 from AngularDart tutorial. Please make sure to check the previous videos and let's get started. Start with add component. So I'm gonna make a new file and then we'll call this one add course, and that will be in component. So actually it's like add course component dart, and that will be inside our courses. So what we're going to do is, as always, just bring the dart and then we say this is add course. So let me format this one. So we have an HTML here, we didn't create it yet, so I'm gonna create it shortly. And we bring out this one, delete everything, and then we make this one as add course. So add course is actually just a dummy template, or what they said is the dump component that will just print our HTML and the functionality which will be outside. So what we're going to do is also we're going to create add course HTML, and that will be like this. So what I'm going to do, actually I'm going to put some an HTML here so you can follow along, but actually this one is just a type of the type of the HTML that we will use. So we will just put the button here, and the button will say add mode. So I'm gonna bring this one aside here, and then we need to make a new variable called add mode, and the add mode is just will control the data, or control the showing the elements. Also we have here a title, and the title will be implemented by using the element reference, and inside the element reference we just say add course, and that will be title input with the value. But actually I'm going to change this by saying using the ng model. So what we're going to do is here that we will retrieve the string title and then string other, and these are the required for make a new course, and that will be price, and and then make a new function. I will call this one add course, and via ng model it will check the title and author and the price, and it will retrieve this add course. So actually what we're going to do, we'll make this add course as an output, and with the data that comes from the data that will have, which is the title and the price and the author. So first let's go delete the add course from here, and then delete also the click. So I will make a click later, and we will delete the input, no input here. And what we're going to do is using the ng forms and the ng model. So we'll say this ng model. Wow. So let me try the ng model here. Yes, and then the binding which will be with the title. Again, before we do that, we will also make for two input fields, and that will be the author, and also for the price, and that will be the author here. And then actually I'm going to put also the name here, so it will be easier to read. So this will be author here will be the name is price. And now we have our template, we have our data, we have our let's say we have our just a template, that's a dummy template. Now what we're going to do is just import this inside the courses template. So here we just do course, or maybe add course. So add course, and in order to make this work, we just need to implement it as a directive here. So we'll just say add course. Now let's test this out. So bring our my screen here. So in order to make this work inside the courses, we see that we already have add, and then when we click on the add, we click on for the title, author, and the price, and that price will throw an error because inside our add course, so let's say add course template, we don't use here the type as number, and that will make sure that the element will be always number and will not accept any strings. So this is the type of the number. Also we see that it uses the ng model, and we didn't import the forms directives here. That will make sure that all the directives will be implemented for forms. And now we have our template ready. Now you can try to string. No, it's not gonna work, but we can try just the number like double or just 5, something like this. And now when you click on add, so add a click is not working because we're not implemented yet. So we'll do just a click, and that will make an add course here. And add course is actually just it will be just an output, and then we will send the data to the server. So if we go here and then we start making our controller, so we just say stream controller, and then the stream controller take, let's say add course controller, and that will make is as a stream controller. And then when we going to do is actually making the output here, and that's we'll say on add, and we do just stream our controller. So we just say get, and then add course, or maybe on add course, it will make more sense, on add course, and that will be the getter. So it will be the stream controller as a stream. So regarding some implementation of the title, author, and price using the ng model, what we need to do actually is we need to assign it to empty string, and that will be 0.0 because it's double. Now if we want to add course, we will go and say add. Before we do check, we will do make some validation, and that will check if the title is not empty, and also if the price actually is not the price, the author is not empty too, and then we make sure that we do add this one. So it's just a small validation, doesn't matter if you add just one letter, it will be added as a course, but just for the sake of the course you can add more than validation to it. And now what we're going to do is take in the add controller, the add course controller, and we just say sync and then add. And now what we're going to do is add an object here. So in order to make this work like an object, it's better to annotate the stream controller with a type. So we just say that it's going to be a type of map of string and also dynamic, and that will be also the same. So let's bring this copy paste here, and you could do actually is here even. Now your stream, it will be mapped upstream and dynamic, and on add course it will take actually it should make a function here, so I will keep it empty. Actually it's better here. And now what we're going to do is take the title, so we will send the title as a title because the title now is not empty, and we say the author is author here, and also the price. Again, the price will be an empty like for free, so 0 if there is no price. And if you want to handle the other case, we just say else, and then what we're going to do is add mode, make it to false. In this case we say that you didn't add a good data, or you didn't add data, and that will be just ignored. So we say add course and will be closed, no course is added, and now we can put our courses here. Now we have add course. Now what we can do is just taking this add course, because this is an output and it's called on add. So we just take this on add function inside our courses. So go courses component here and say on add, and that will be let's say add course, and that will send the event here. Again, the add course here, it will be we have to implement it inside the courses, so we'll just say courses, and now we will make our function here. So this will be add course, and that will be a map of string of dynamic. Now how do we know that? Or maybe let's say it's not the data. How do we know that? Because an event will be so the event is type, we did this in the typing here, so it's inside the stream controller, and what we send is actually is this one. So this is a map of string and dynamic, and now we have our data. What we can do is just say this course service add course or create course, and now we send the title, author, and the price. And in order to do that, it's gonna be easier as just say that we have data title, also data author, and also data price. So in order to make our add courses working is inside the, so we're back to the in-memory data surface here, and then we go to the post, and what we were doing is that we're retrieving the course from here, but actually we need to retrieve the courses. So I'm going to just back, and then we retrieve the courses here inside, and then if we go to the client surface and we say add course here, and sorry, client surface here, so we don't return anymore so it was before course from JSON, so it returned course JSON, but actually I'm retrieving the whole courses again. So and inside the create course surface or courses component, now we have this one, so this will create course, but this one now won't return and course, it will return a list of courses, so we can assign it to these courses. So this is actually a short way to implement, but for performance issue, I think this will cause some problems. So I think this one, it works for as a small project. You do it just in the beginning, but I don't recommend that you do this to assign the courses again inside the add course, because this will take time to retrieve the data if you have a really big data. Now we will test this out. So it's say add and say, let's say created a new course, and that the author will be code review again, and then the price will be 0 because we have as free courses. So add course, this will be closed, and then if we go in the bottom, we'll see created a new course, code review, the lecture 0 because we didn't do anything with the lectures, duration, and all of these. Now we could do inside the view detail, we could do updating by saying like, okay, how many lectures do you have, and then the duration will calculate how many lectures and the length of every lecture. And we will do more like the format, the date, the updated, but this up to you. Is the purpose is here, it's just to create a new course, and you could adjust this and expand this more functionality. What we're going to do is actually implementing the update. So the update course, if we go to in memory, we have just the put here, we send any data, but what I'm going to do is just updating the title just to show you that you can update. So before that, inside the course detail component, what are we going to do is separate this from so we're going to put a button here when we say update, and that will switch this a title to an input, or maybe what's better is to bring a new input here and then update the selected, so with the title, with the new title, and then also click on update, and that will be sent to the data, and we can check this out inside the courses service. So what I'm going to do is first, it's just for an HTML things, so I will go just take this out and then make this courses inside a separate div. So the idea is that I don't want to show that the update if there is no course, and what I'm going to do is put this one inside here, and so that's it. And then for after the course card, what we're going to do is put maybe div row, or maybe before the course card, so let's make a div, and that will take this div, take a class row, and what we're going to do is just say I'm gonna import also an icon here, so say class, and that will be update course, or we can say just update course title, it will be the same. And when we click on this button, so when we do a click on this button, we will switch to the update mode. So we'll just say edit mode, and that will be true. And after the button, we just bring our input here, or maybe we can do also in div, another div here, and that's to bring us some classes from Bootstrap, and we just say label, and here we just say input, and we use some classes here. Let's form control, and here what we're going to do is actually is bring also the ng model. So we need to bring the form directives here, and that's make we could now make the ng model here. So we'll say ng model, and the ng model will be the selected course. So what we can going to do is say selected dot title, and also we put an condition here, so we don't want to show this inside if the edit mode is not exist. So we say ngf and we say if edit mode, so just if edit mode. And so I think that's it. So let's try this out again. So refresh. We have some implementation we need to do, and one of them is that boolean is edit mode is equal to false by default. So and then refresh again. So just a side note, I had a problem with the closing tag inside this div, and that's why it was showing an error. And now we have already done with this courses. So retrieve, let's see, check this out. So view detail, now we have edit button. So we see this is a bit spacing here, we need spacing. And then when you click update course, it will show the title, the input with the same as the JavaScript. And even we can edit this one and we say something else. And now when we click update course here, it should update the course. So actually we will implement another button here. So when we're done from the model, we need to send to the API to fetch the new to send a post or update put request to update the title. And now what I'm going to do is make another button, and that button it will show. So that button it will show just if the edit mode. So if I am in the edit mode, inside this button we will implement the functionality different, and also we'll just say done maybe. And here we say I don't know, maybe edit something like this, just make it different. I need check mark, and here we say update. Just update is enough. So what we going to do is implement the update function. So we'll just say update, and now the selected title is already. We just need to say this course service dot update course, and that will take the course and it will be the selected course. And let's try this out again. And what we're going to do is just make sure that works perfect here. So anything, I think that's it. So let's try reload, go to courses, and then reload again so it's not showing any errors. And then click in view detail, you have update course, and the problem that we need to remove this one, so forgot to remove, and that will be ng if. So this button will show if the sorry, if this is in not edit mode. So just in not in edit mode, this button should show. Let's try this out again and reload, make sure that's completely reload, and then view detail, edit mode. Now it's changing to the done. So for the classes and styling, you can check this out later, also for this one for the input, but let's try to change this one. So changed from course detail, and now we click on done, and that should send a request to our API. And if we go to courses now, this changed, and you see that we have changed the details here. So the first it was a JavaScript, now it's changed from course details. That's just an implementation, a small implementation for the title. You can expand this more inside. You can expand it to bring more functionality. I mean, it's really wide implementation. If you want to implement all the, even you can update the tags, if you can update anything here, and you can make a new page for updating by clicking on update, and you go to new page. It will open the form for all the courses and will implement all this functionality. So let's say JavaScript and then done. Things I don't like, then when you click on done, so let's say where is this? So we have update, and when you click on done, we just say edit mode is equal to false. So that will retrieve our button again. So courses, we have JavaScript, update something, and then click done, and that will be updated. Something is updated. Also go to courses, it's something. That totally works perfect. I have created a new file, course detail template in HTML, because course detail goes really big now, and that's, I don't like it to use it inside the component. So I made a new file here, and then we made I put everything inside here. I just copy paste it, and I also made some classes. So if we go to view details, now this will be aligned, and also when we click, this also be aligned, and even the button here. So this works perfectly here, and we are done with updating. That's it for this part. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.